Hello, I'm Jessica Rosen, and this is a bite-sized careers video on empowering girls in STEM careers. This first section is looking at why girls don't take physics. And in this section, we will be looking at some of the factors that may put off female students from taking physical sciences. Firstly, let's look at who chooses to take physics. Using the A-level data to give a picture of the situation in England, we can see that in 2022, nearly 37,000 students chose to take physics. This is in comparison to around 66,000 students choosing to take biology A-level. Nearly double the amount of people are taking biology, and physics was the 9th most popular subject overall. We're going to look in a minute at what's happening there. But before we do that, why do people choose A-level physics? Researchers at the Institute of Education looked into the factors that influence a student to take the physical sciences post-16 and found that there are 3 things that are most likely to make a young person continue to take maths and physics post-16. Number 1 is if they have been encouraged to do so by a key adult, either a family member who believes in the worth of these subjects or a teacher. Number 2, if they believe they will gain from studying the subject in terms of job satisfaction or material rewards, such as a good salary. And number 3, if they are good at the subject, if they feel they're good at the subject, i.e. if they have been well taught. Let's have a look at the gender balance of those choosing to do A-level physics. And if we look at the numbers, we can see that only around 20% of students taking A-level physics are female. So it looks like there's certain groups of students that are somehow being discouraged from taking A-level physics. If we had the same number of girls as boys, then we'd have similar numbers to those taking biology A-level. This diagram shows physics along the bottom. So the number of physics A-level students is around 20% and has been for the last 20 years. The gender balance of those studying maths and further maths is slightly better, and chemistry is approaching the 50-50 mark, and biology is attracting more girls than boys. So what are the factors that might be putting girls off physics? Firstly, research shows that girls tend to plan further ahead than boys and are looking to what might be useful for them in their careers. So that careers advice and knowing how useful physics A-level can be is really important. We are often keen to tell students that they could be engineers or scientists, but sometimes students might get the wrong idea and think that's the only thing that they can do with physics. The other sessions in this bite-sized career series are looking at what can be done in relation to this and are well worth checking out. Secondly, physics is associated with being a male interest. And thirdly, physics has got an image problem in that it is seen as hard. This is putting girls off on 2 accounts, particularly those that got a girly image. They're having to do a lot of work to reconcile that with a male image of physics. And also, girls tend to underestimate their abilities compared to boys. So if you have 2 students of similar ability, the girl will tend to underestimate her ability, the boys will tend to overestimate their ability. So we are going to look at these 2 issues a little bit further. This slide shows a Google image of the word physicist. So when most of the physicists you see are male and have white hair, you tend to associate physics with old men. Girls, particularly those that identify as girly girls, have got additional work to do to reconcile their personal identity with that of physics. There is also a societal and conscious bias that men are smart and physics is hard, which puts another mental barrier in place. Even as young as 6, girls tend to identify boys as more smart. Pass rates are often low in physics, with the expectation that students will struggle to get all questions correct, giving the impression that physics is hard. This is making girls opt out of physics. A girl's confidence drops in her teens. She is more likely to see anything less than perfection as a failure, and rather than fail, they opt out. On this slide are a number of discussion points from this session for you to look at as a group. Please check out the resources handout for further guidance and a number of points for you to be thinking about. We hope you have found this session useful. Please take a look at the other bite-sized sessions.